Hi, I'm Glenn Pearson, author of the book Thriving in the Healthcare Market, Strategies from an Industry Insider for Selling Your Product. And I wrote this book to help people that are relating to the healthcare world understand some of the unique challenges it is to relate to healthcare organizations. But today I'm talking with Sharon Fisher, who is the Chief Development Officer of PointRight, which is a net health company. This is part of the ACO Exhibit Hall Flash interview series. And I wanted to just chat with Sharon a little bit and ask a couple of questions. So welcome to the podcast, Sharon.
Thank you, Glenn. Glad to be here.
Great. Let me ask you, what are some of the KPIs that ACOs are using to manage risk and manage their networks?
So for managing the networks that are typically with their skilled nursing home partners, the KPIs that they're using are 30-day readmission metrics and outcomes, as well as length of stay. They're also looking at some short stay quality measures. Sometimes they're also looking at long stay quality measures. And the short stay quality measures could be things like the prevalence of antipsychotic medications and those kinds of things, falls and such at the skilled nursing center. What makes the KPIs so robust when PointRight is the analytics partner is the ability to break those readmission metrics down by the clinical conditions. So it's really, it's okay to know what your total rehospitalization or readmission rates are, but when you can start to look at the readmission rates of COPD populations, CHF patients, diabetic patients, high risk, low risk, now the ACO is able to start managing a population versus just having some generic and general data to be reviewing.
Yeah, that's very helpful to be able to trim the data that way. That's great. So what are some of the other different types of data that companies use for different settings?
Yeah, so it's not uncommon initially for an ACO to use what they have most readily available, which is claims data. And claims data is great because it can show some nice directional trending, but it's very historical, it's old data.
Right.
Sometimes they also use, from the nursing homes, they have an EHR, which is nice when you want to look at a point in time of today. What's happening with this patient right today? The other piece that we work very closely with is the MDS, the minimum data set. And that allows it's a standardized data set, and it's a structured data, which is very unique in healthcare. So we're able at PointRight to create very sophisticated advanced analytics of what's happening with the patient right now, descriptive analytics as well as predictive analytics. So we're able to look at those KPIs of COPD population and CHF patients, and based on how they're doing today, are they at risk for rehospitalization? Are they at risk for mortality? That allows the ACO to become actionable and get out ahead of issues versus always looking behind them.
Wow. So it sounds like you have some really robust capabilities. That's great.
For managing risk, it's the combination of all three is really the way to go.
Yeah, well, good. Well, thank you for spending a few minutes with us. And for people who want to find out more information about PointRight, you can visit the ACO Exhibit Hall booth that they have. And thank you for tuning in. Let me mention my book again briefly. What I do is I identify 84 problems that I've seen trip up vendors as they try to interact with the healthcare world. And you can check out the book at Amazon, and I hope you find it helpful. So thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you.